Hello everyone, I'm Mrs. Rogers and this is Mrs. Rogers' Kitchen. Today we are going to make super simple, almost no mess, delicious microwave caramel popcorn. First we're just going to start with a half a cup of real butter. You really want real butter. Margarine has a lot of water in it. Unless you buy 100% margarine, it's hard to find, and it does not work in any kind of candy. So you really want 100% butter, and we need 1 cup of brown sugar. You can have light or dark brown sugar. I've got dark brown sugar just to have a little bit more caramel flavor. And pack that down. Remember, you always want to pack that down when you measure that. And we need 1/4 of a cup of caramel syrup. Caramel syrup is sugar. It's just liquid sugar, and it helps keep the caramel from going back to being crystals. Right now, the sugar crystals are in the caramel, and we're going to melt those in the microwave. We're going to microwave this for 1 minute and stir it. If you use popcorn from an air popper, go ahead and put 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt in there. I didn't. I used microwave popcorn. You need about 10 cups of popcorn. So this is microwave for 1 minute. We're just getting the butter melted. I'm just going to stir this up really well. I want to try and get that butter mixed into the caramel as much as I can and start getting those sugar crystals dissolved and mixed in. If you can't get that butter all mixed in because the butter maybe was frozen or too cold, then you might have to microwave it like 15 more seconds and stir it again. And actually, I think I'm going to do that because it's not completely mixed in. So we're going to microwave it for 15 seconds. While we're doing that, I'll get back to this. I actually popped 3 bags of microwave popcorn, one right after another. The first one took 2 minutes to cook. The second one took 1 minute and 45 seconds because this plate in the bottom of the popcorn actually has some metal in it, and it gets really hot, and that's what makes the microwave popcorn actually pop. But when that lays on the glass turntable in my microwave, that turntable gets hot. It was super hot. By the time I was done popping the third one, which only took 1.5 minutes, I couldn't even start to touch that plate, the glass plate in the bottom of my microwave, and it had started a brown spot where it was actually getting really hot and just kind of smoking from the plate in the popcorn. So if you're cooking multiple microwave popcorn bags, realize that the second one needs a little less time and the third one even needs a little less time than that. So I talked a little bit too long and actually cooked that for the whole minute. That's okay, but I'm going to stir this together and get that butter all stirred in. Now, since it's all nice and melted, we don't want any of that butter as a liquid. We want to stir that all into the caramel, the brown sugar, and make it a solution, not 2 items like the butter and the sugar were when we started. And so now you can see that there's not separate butter. The butter is all mixed into the caramel. And we're going to dump this right on top of the popcorn. We've got about 10 cups of popcorn. Dump it right in the middle of the popcorn in the bag. And it's okay if it has a few crystals right now. There are 2 variations of this recipe. Some people like to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of soda in their caramel sauce before they put it in the bag. You can do that. I've tried it both ways. They both work fine. No soda or 1/2 teaspoon of soda if you want. I think it's 1/2 teaspoon. Yes, 1/2 teaspoon of soda. I'm going to shake this up and put it back in here. Our microwave has cooked for 90 seconds, and so we're just going to take the bag out. Notice I rolled it down a couple times. I'm not even going to open it. I'm going to shake it, and I'm going to turn it upside down when I put it back in. Caramel corn has cooked for the next 90 seconds, and it is hot. There's a lot of fun variations. So we're going to add to our caramel corn, get it mixed up a little bit. We're going to put in some marshmallows. Why not? A lot of fun. You can put whatever kind of nuts you like. If you want to add some nuts, throw some nuts in there too. And The funnest thing is we're gonna put some chocolate chips in there. We're gonna dump the whole bag in. And now we're gonna shake it just a little bit. I wanna melt those chocolate chips just a little, not a lot. And so we put them in last, we're gonna shake it up just enough to get them started warming up. And now we're gonna dump out a giant ball of delicious caramel corn. And it's actually really hot. Spread your caramel corn out like this so it can cool off a little bit. You don't want to stir it too much because we actually don't want to get chocolate everywhere. We want to leave the chocolate in just little pieces. And the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is this, any kind of caramel like this will, if you just leave it out in the air, the moisture from the air will soak into it. So it needs to be stored in a sealed tight container. Like one of those popcorn tins that you buy are great, or a Ziploc bag or something, but make sure you store it airtight so it doesn't get all sticky. And it's good tomorrow and next week too. Thanks, talk to you soon. Don't forget to click subscribe so you can see our next video. Bye.